Welcome to the Hollywood Happy Hour podcast in person. Our first in-person episode, finally. We are no longer disembodied voices in the void with weird pictures of either Superman or an anime character.
Superman's not weird, but that's fine. I mean, honestly, we should just dub picture a Superman photo over my face.
just so the audience
just for the sake of it, yes.
It's been a long time, though, since I've seen you. And, we had a little month hiatus. This guy right here was quite busy. He was working, every day for the past month.
Yeah, it's what I was calling at AMC the 12 days of Christmas. I worked 12 days straight all the way up until actual Christmas Day. After Christmas, I went to Florida for 2 weeks. It was magnificent. What a wonderful way to spend the after Christmas holidays. But yeah, no, it was a hectic time, but now it's over, back to normal, back to the regular schedule. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot to talk about. We both saw a lot of movies over the holiday break, so we have a lot to get into. And Oscar nominations.
So, movies-wise, I saw a lot the past month. So, to start the most recent, because it was the movie Assignment, if you guys remember that, it was The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
I had never seen it before. Holy fuck, that movie is long. But
I'm gonna be very honest. I kind of completely forgot that I assigned him that movie. It's been at least 5 weeks, right? Since officially, it's been a little over a month, I think.
It's been 2 months.
Has it been 2 months?
Yeah,
officially.
Last time we recorded was in.
Yeah, because we were originally gonna do Christmas movies, and we never even touched them.
We did the Thanksgiving episode, I think.
We did the Thanksgiving.
And that was it. I think that was our last one.
Was that our last one?
I think so.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so it's been 2 months.
So we didn't record it all in December?
Nope.
Oh, boy. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, because we had a whole Christmas episodes planned. You wanted me to watch Die Hard, and that never happened. And, yeah.
We gotta fix that still. we gotta fix that still.
Oh,
so I guess it's been 2 months, so...
Yep.
Wow.
And we're back, finally.
Yes. So, Wolf of Wall Street. I guess let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
We have a lot to cover this episode.
There is a lot. It's going to probably be a longer episode. So, Wolf of Wall Street. I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I give it 4 stars.
Out of the 5?
Yeah, out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The movie was absolutely wild through the whole thing. The movie made me hate stockbrokers even more. I think that was the point of it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does not depict stockbrokers as great people, and so
no.
it definitely got its point across, and it was just wild and funny movie. There was several times where I'm like, Leonardo DiCaprio's dying right here. He's overdosing, several times, and somehow the dude lives every time.
Yeah, no, it's an intense story. I remember it's actually funny. I think this is the first one ever outside of an anime movie that he's giving it a higher score than me. I don't think I'm giving it a full 4. I mean, I think the highest I'm comfortable going is a 3.5, maybe.
Let me see what I gave it. I think I gave it 4.
I mean, I feel comfortable at 3, and it's not. I really do like the movie. I sang its praises apparently 2 months ago.
I give it 4.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a good movie. It's just the actual plot to the movie is kind of just there. It's more like I'm watching. I like the movie for the performances more than anything in that movie.
Right.
Jonah Hill and Leonardo DiCaprio, their performances are phenomenal. Matthew McConaughey, which I really don't like him that much.
He was, for the 10 minutes he was in the movie, he was great.
Yeah, exactly. So there's I pretty much strictly watch that movie for the performances and the performances only. Mm-hmm. In terms of the plot's not bad, but.
Was it based on a true story?
Yeah, Jordan, I forget his last name.
Jordan Belmont.
Yes. Yeah. So he actually has social media and everything, and he's out of prison and everything now, so...
It's like he was some sort of speaker at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so he's all over the place, all over TikTok for now, all over Instagram, everything, just doing what he does, giving advice, doing the whole pen story.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Sell me this pen.
Sell me this pen.
The movie was just I just had a fun time with it. So when I watch movies by myself, this is really weird. It's hard for me to laugh when I'm watching a movie by myself.
Really?
Yeah. So if a movie's funny, I'll kind of sit there and go huh. I found myself actually laughing during Wolf of Wall Street.
Did the car scene get you? Where he's just
like
crawling to his
crawling
car.
in the car. He's like seeing a million stairs when it's only like 3.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that scene cracked me up quite a bit.
And then he's like, not a scratch on the car. And when he sobers up and walks outside,
It's destroyed.
It's absolutely just wrecked.
Yeah.
Spoilers, but
Yeah.
it's what came out 2012, 2014?
2012 or maybe it was
2014, 2012. I literally was just looking at
But
it.
not 2013. Definitely not that one.
2013.
Oh goddamn.
Yep, it says 2013 right here.
That's wild. All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was that one. And then all the other movies I saw, I'm just looking at here. There's probably more. I saw. So did we talk about A Man Called Otto? I think we did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
That was the last time before Wolf of Wall Street.
Right.
We talked about it, and you told me how you watched it late at night, so you didn't get the full emotional impact.
Oh yeah, I was really tired. I remember
Which
that.
is wild because that movie made me ugly cry, and I was kind of hoping that someone else would feel that. And,
Which is funny because I cry at like so many movies, and then
and I don't. I do not.
Wild Robot will make you cry.
No, I don't think so.
It will.
I'm.
It 100% will.
I'm afraid of Wild Robot. Not gonna lie though, because like, Wall-E didn't make me cry, but it made me feel like that happy, choked up feeling. Like I didn't shed a tear.
Oh, Wild Robot will not make you feel happy, choked up. You will cry.
Oh, well.
It will make you sad.
I officially have to watch Wild Robot because it's nominated for an Oscar, which we'll talk more about those.
And I claim this. It is now on my Letterboxd top 4 movies of all time.
All time.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm like obsessed with that movie.
I can't say anything good or bad about it because I haven't seen it. I've heard nothing but good things, so I do have very high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
However, movies that are hyped up this high for me tend to never satisfy. Case in
that's
point,
for me too.
Dune Part 2.
I don't want to get into that with you. We've talked about this before.
Everyone and their mother said it was the best movie of all time.
So good.
And it's going to be amazing. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go watch this movie. I watched it fully prepared to just be blown away. Added to my top 5 list. Didn't even come close to my top 10. And it's not like the movie was bad. The movie was not bad. The movie is certified good. It is a good movie. It's a great movie. I'll even say that. It's a great movie. However, everyone hyped it up so much that I had so much expectation, and it just didn't meet it. It didn't meet it, and you're partially to blame for that, so sorry.
What?
So sorry. But it's your fault. Not just you. Not just you, don't worry.
That hurts me.
It does, and you're also hyping up a Wild Robot, so if I go watch that movie and I'm like, meh.
Dude, it has like a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That means nothing to me.
Audience and critic score.
It means nothing. Audiences are stupid sometimes.
Oh my god. If you end up liking Wild Robot, I will fight you. Oh yeah, not liking
No, here's the thing. Is you've set the expectation for me to shed a tear.
You probably will. I know several people who cried at least 3 times.
Right, and if I don't shed a tear, I'm gonna be like, oh. Okay, story. So there's a movie called The Good Dinosaur. Have you seen it? Pixar?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did that make you cry?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
It didn't make me cry either.
Great. So my friends were like, "This is the saddest movie of like all time," and they talked about how it made them cry, and they, one day we all have to watch this movie. So one day we did, and I was prepared. I was like, "Oh God," because Pixar has a tendency to do that. Case in point, Toy Story 3.
Yeah, that one was rough.
Like that's a rough one. So I was like, "All right, if everyone's saying this movie is as sad as this is, I'm prepared for the worst." The Good Dinosaur is just about a dinosaur who's an idiot.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
He's a literal klutz. He can't stop falling. Like half the movie is him falling.
That is true.
Like it's so ridiculous. Then it's
a total plane movie.
It's literally a nothing movie.
I'm pretty sure I actually watched it on the plane.
Honestly, yeah. That's probably the only time I would ever. Not even. I'd rather just watch the flight go from like point A to point B.
That's more entertaining.
I'd rather just watch the map. Yeah, I don't really care about anything else. I just want to watch the plane go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'll never watch that movie again.
I don't have any desire to watch it either.
Never again. So but I was told that I was gonna cry, and no, I ended up making jokes halfway through because there's a scene where the dinosaur's like running through this field of like fireflies.
Right.
And it's like this whole beautiful scene. I'm like, that motherfucker's killing like half of them just by trampling them right now. So
watching the murder of innocent fireflies.
Yeah, like this is not as beautiful as you think. These guys are trying to escape for their lives, and you're over here cheering for that. Crazy.
So, anyways,
Wild
back
Ride.
on track. So what? Before that, so we were on A Man Called Otto, and then the next movie I had seen was A Real Pain. Have you heard about that movie at all?
Yes.
It's with Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes, I had not
It's-
seen it though.
So good. I loved it.
I don't think there's been a Jesse Eisenberg movie that I haven't liked.
You will like this one then. He wrote the script for this. He's just,
Yes, I think I knew that.
and
That sounds familiar.
it's so good. And Kieran Culkin got nominated for
Best Supporting?
Best Supporting for this movie.
Yeah.
And then this movie got Best Original Screenplay, I think, nominated as well.
Because this would be Jesse Eisenberg's first official Oscar. He's been nominated before, but if he wins, it'd be his first one.
Oh, I don't know if he'll win, sadly. Just because the other original screenplays are like crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I have no idea. Let me pull
we'll
up
have,
the
we'll have
list.
to go over those later. So I loved A Real Pain. I want to watch it again soon. And then the next movie I saw was Mufasa.
Okay.
This one I think we're gonna be a bit divided on.
I went in thinking I was going to hate the movie.
I went in thinking I was possibly going to like it.
No, I didn't even want to see it at all. I saw it in Florida, and I got duped into seeing it because my 11-year-old little brother, I can't say no to him.
Yeah.
I can't say no. So, like, we went, the first thing we saw Sonic. We saw Sonic 3. We all wanted to see that.
I want to get into that in just a bit.
Yes. Certified banger of a movie,
Oh
by
my
the
god.
way.
We'll get into that in a
Yes,
second.
great. But when we saw Sonic, he was originally asking to watch Mufasa then. And we're all like, no. No. We have a better option, Sonic 3. And he's like, cool, that's satisfied. But closer to the end of the trip, I think the last full day I had, we were gonna go see a movie again, and there was nothing else. I literally had pitched that we go see Sonic 3 again. Over Mufasa.
I would have done it.
I was like,
hell
bro,
yeah.
I don't want to see Mufasa, but he really did, so I was like, fine, whatever. We went to go see it. What I will say is the songs in that movie, absolutely forgettable.
Oh my god. The
there's-
only one's not forgettable because it got memed to absolute hell.
The brother song?
Yeah, what'd you say about my brother?
Oh my god,
like
it's so cringe.
Bad.
That-
So bad.
Yes, no, that was bad. The songs were forgettable and arguably on the cringe side, sure. However, I didn't hate the story. I
Look,
didn't
thought
hate
the
it.
end made no sense because it's like Scar betrayed him, right? And then he's like, "Yeah, let me not banish you and like take you out of the Pride Lands. You get to stick by my side as the traitor you are, and because you are my technical brother."
So
It made no sense.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, this dude literally just tried to kill you, and then you're like, "Yeah, sure, you're just being named Scar. That's your punishment."
because he's a bigger man. But also, they talk about that in Lion King. So I did, when I came back home, watched the live-action remake. The caveat to calling it a live-action remake, it's not live-action, anyway.
Yeah.
And the animated one.
Yeah.
And they talk about why Scar hasn't been exiled years ago. And he says it again, I can't because he's my brother.
He's not your brother though. It's not.
Yeah, they did take that, because, like, up until Mufasa came out, you're over there assuming that, like, Scar is his actual brother the entire
Yeah,
time.
literally. Yeah, you're like they're actual brothers.
And then they're not.
Mufasa made it not.
Yeah.
And
Scar
so
was...
then made even less sense.
Yeah. So that's something I kind of wish that they didn't change it, where, like, Mufasa was, like, this adopted little stupid lion cub thing.
Yeah, and he becomes king just because like he was a
Better fighter.
Yeah, he's a better fighter. It wasn't like a royal bloodline, which they made it seem like in the original animated like 1990 Disney movie. Whenever that movie came out,
94?
94, something like that. And it was just it made no sense. I thought the ending made no sense whatsoever.
Now, I will say they did overdo... So we all know the classic scene where Scar kills Mufasa.
Yeah, they overdid the trope of him like doing the claws.
Yes. They did it twice.
Yeah.
I actually liked the beginning one. With
Yeah,
him
the
as a
first
cub.
one was good. I
Because
liked
that was like some solid foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm for that. Then the second one was the very end of the movie. Spoilers. Because this movie is technically still in
We're
theaters.
saving you the time by telling you the end of this movie.
Okay, it's still worth a watch. Just watch it at home.
No.
Don't pay to see it. Meet me in the middle there. It's worth a watch. It's a beautiful movie. The CGI is phenomenal. You can't tell me it's not.
It's like there's no. For me, it's like when I think of the Lion King, I think of how colorful it was, how much expression the characters had.
They fixed that a little bit. You can't say they didn't. The expression was better than the original, but there was expression.
Barely.
That was my biggest, honestly, my biggest concern. Is that because the original Lion King or the live action remake, of the Lion King movie, when I rewatched it, I was like, yeah, these guys are dead in the eyes.
Yeah, and then it's like they're barely any better in this movie.
They are a little bit.
It's like instead of their faces just being like this, now they're like that when they smile, and it's like, or when they get scared, it's just their eyes go a little bit wider.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, like
they fixed it a little bit, enough for me to notice.
I guess, yeah.
So, I give it a solid 3 out of 5. I think it's a mid movie.
I gave it 2.5. I think
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I was just like,
I can understand it because the songs really are cringy.
the more I thought about it, the more I hated it.
So stop thinking about it.
Yeah,
Just don't
like,
think about it.
I remember I watched it and I was like, and then like, yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. Anyways, moving on to the superior movie by far.
Sonic 3. I'll agree with
Sonic-
you. It is by far superior.
Fucking 3. Oh my god.
How have you ever seen a series of movies that get better
With
as
every
they go
movie?
on?
No, it's so unheard of. It's like, I'm showing my friends all 3 of the Sonic movies for the first time because they hadn't seen any of them. And I was like, you're going to watch the first one and you're going to be like, oh, they kind of didn't really want to go too much into video games, but they just wanted to make like a Sonic movie and see what people thought.
Yeah.
The second one, they dipped their toes in a little bit more, and they embrace it. And then the third one, they're like, all right, you guys want a more video game? Here you go. Here's Shadow's accurate backstory besides spoilers. Spoilers for everybody who hasn't seen it. Besides Maria getting shot, she just gets blown up in the movie. Have you ever played Sonic Adventure 2?
No.
So Sonic Adventure
But
2...
I know what happens.
Sonic Adventure 2 is what Sonic 3 is based off of. And that was my first ever like Sonic game. I played it a million times as a kid because I loved it so much. And like so many different things in that movie are so accurate to the video game and things like that. And there's so many good references. Like the whole like scene where they're in that like little Japanese like cafe or whatever, the Chow Garden. So the Chow Garden was
I hated
a level.
that so much.
No, I loved it because the Chow Garden in the games was so chows are like these little tiny guys. It's basically what the big costumes were.
Right.
And you could go and you could like, it's a little side mini game thing where you could go and raise like a chow in this garden and like you could have them like fight each other in like a little sumo thing.
It's actually a pretty cool reference. I didn't know that.
And then yeah, it was so cool. And but they made it into like a little restaurant because obviously like it make no sense to just throw a random chow garden thing in there unless if they like actually went to a garden with chows. So there was that. Then more spoilers here. When they like clash hands and they become super together, the song that's playing is the theme song to Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And so like when I heard that like the live and learn, I was like, oh, I was freaking out. I couldn't believe it.
No, I have the benefit of, I say benefit, I didn't play that game. I didn't really catch any of the game references outside of the basics, you know, with Shadow with his motorcycle and the gun.
Yeah, there's actually references to the Shadow the Hedgehog game too in it.
Yes, which that's what that's from, isn't it? The gun and the motorcycle.
Yeah, it's from that. And then there's even a shot that they somewhat recreated from the Shadow like opening cinematic. And it's like when Shadow like beats up Sonic for the first time and like Sonic falls to the ground and Shadow's behind him. Yeah, that was like a recreation of the scene from opening cinematic.
So there's a lot that like I did there's not a lot. There's some things I did recognize, but going into it not really knowing anything like any of the references from the games. The movie is still so enjoyable.
It's so much
which
fun.
It's such a rare thing to find a movie that pleases the fan base and people that have no idea what the source material is.
Yep.
Like, I mean, you see that issue in comic book movies all the time. It's like you're pleasing one or the other. You're very rarely are you pleasing both. One of the exceptions to that is Iron Man and probably Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I love Man of Steel, you're not really pleasing non-comic book fans with that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I hadn't read Superman comics.
That's fair.
Anyways.
But it caused a lot of, like, you know, whatever.
Discourse.
And usually when the argument is, oh, but you didn't know this because it happened in the comic books. Okay, well, I shouldn't have to read the comics. So, like, Sonic 3 does a good job of being on its own for people that have not seen the source material or played the source material. And it's so good. Like, I'm genuinely excited for the fourth one.
Yeah, and then the post-credit scenes. With Amy. And when I saw Amy, I was freaking out. I was like, no way! I couldn't believe it. And then the Metal Sonics.
Metal Sonic was cool. Spoiler again. Just slap a spoiler. Right there.
Spoilers for everything. Then I was just like, oh my god.
I low-key hope that they do bring back Jim Carrey as Eggman because the idea of him dying in every movie cracks me up.
Yeah.
Because the first one he got banished to the whatchamacallit place.
Yeah, and the second one he falls
he
like
dies.
20 stories.
Dies.
Yeah,
and then like even in this one, like I thought you were dead, and he's like no, and then he's back, and then this one he died. Spoiler. Just assume it's a spoiler.
He literally gets blown up by what could be known as like a Death Star. Like it's the equivalent to a Death Star. He dies in an explosion of a Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
Or dies, and then guess what they announced?
Did they announce he was coming back?
Yep, he's coming back for Sonic 4.
I knew they said he was. Last I saw, he was open to it. I didn't see the announcement that he was coming back.
I'm pretty sure that
Don't get me wrong.
Back.
I think with Jim Carrey is he's like so fed up with like basic Hollywood, and with Sonic he just has a lot of fun.
Oh, it's funny. Do you remember when he said he was going in retirement after Sonic 2?
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't come back unless the script was written in golden ink, and he came back for Sonic 3.
Well, he talked about that a lot. He's like, I also just kind of need money.
Yeah, well, he has plenty of money. That was a joke.
I'm sure. No, I think because he commented on that being like that was more of just like a break. Like he needed a break, but I think he's at a point in his life where he just wants to do projects where he has fun with.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's having so much fun with these movies.
Yeah. And like oh my gosh, I tell that to my friends all the time when I'm sitting there watching it with them. I'm like, he's having so much fun with this. You could tell it from the first one.
Yeah.
And then the third one, when he's playing two characters at the same time.
And then they break the fourth wall with it. Like,
oh, yeah. And it's like, we're playing the same...
Character.
Two characters being played by the same actor. I love that so
great.
much.
No, it was really good. Like, and then there were some jokes in there that I'm like, I'm glad that these made it in there. Like, the very end where the young version of Eggman's like... Or the Eggman himself was like... I can't believe it. And his grandfather's like, I know, a woman in the military.
Oh my god, that line was insane.
I was like,
I could not believe that.
That's wild. I love it. Like, it's great.
I was not expecting that kind of
no, me neither.
Whatsoever. I was like, whoa, hey now. That's
I was like,
insane.
That's perfect. Like, it's just, it was almost refreshing to hear jokes like that again in movies. Not gonna lie.
The ones that are definitely like pushing the border.
A little bit, like we're kind of pushing. We are pushing it again, which I'm.
The reason why that was acceptable though is because
he was evil.
He's evil, but then also he hadn't been out in society for 50 years.
Oh, I get why they did it. That's totally fine. It's just, I thought it was great that it happened.
So yeah, it made sense that the joke happened, and then also Shadow did the fucking Akira slide in the movie.
Did he?
Yeah, when he's going up the Tokyo Sky Tree.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Akira slide. And I'm just like, oh my god, there's so many different things in that movie I just loved.
Freaking nerd.
And then, did you ever watch the Knuckles show?
No.
It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so funny at the same time.
But, like, I only wanted to watch it because I think Idris Elba as Knuckles cracks me up.
Oh, it's funny because it's a show about Wade and Knuckles.
Wade?
You remember, it was the guy who's guarding the Master Emerald. He's like the
yeah.
It's a show revolving around Wade and Knuckles going on crazy adventures.
Did they reference that show at all in the movie?
The only reference, I guess you could say, is when Knuckles puts his fists on fire. Because
that happened in the show?
It happened in the show for the first time.
Got it.
You really don't need to watch the show.
I was gonna watch it just like casually one day because I am gonna watch it. It's like I heard it was stupid. I heard it wasn't, so I know it's gonna be like bad, but I don't know.
It was enjoyable.
But it seems like just a casual passing show you can just watch.
Yeah. There's like a couple funny moments in it, like in the very end where like he uses the fire on his fist.
Is Sonic in it
the
at
first
all?
time. He's been in it for like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And he like uses the flames. He's like, the flames of disaster! Like Wade yells it, and it's so funny.
Yeah, no, it just seems like almost like a feel good. Like it's nothing, but
yeah, there's some moments in it that are good, and there's some moments where I'm like, I want to turn this off. It's just not good. It's like imagine
it is live action, right?
Yes, it's still live action.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also they confirmed a Shadow show is gonna happen.
Oh, sweet? Question mark.
Should be interesting. It'll probably be more like the Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Okay, pause real quick on Shadow. Now, notoriously, I hate Keanu Reeves as an actor, as a person.
He's so good, man.
As a person, he's phenomenal. I love that guy. However, and not because I'm a massive Star Wars fan here, but there was the rumor before Keanu Reeves was cast that it was Hayden Christensen as Sonic.
A Shadow.
I
remember that too.
I still think I would have preferred that, and not because
I think I would have too.
Not because I just love him to death, but like there's something like with that Anakin voice, that like that edgy Anakin Hayden Christensen moniker that he has.
Yeah.
That I feel like fits Shadow better. Mm-hmm. However, Keanu Reeves, because I genuinely don't like him in any movie. Like there really isn't a movie I like him in.
Really? You didn't like him as Shadow?
No, I'm saying that was like probably the only thing I've liked him in.
Okay.
Like he actually wasn't that bad, but even still, I was like, oh, you're being Keanu Reeves right now. Like okay.
No, what I loved though is that in the first movie, Sonic, he's like, he goes and like spying on like humans. I forget what it was because he wants to like be part of their family or whatever. And he's like, oh, Keanu, you're such a treasure. When like he sees him in Speed or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then 2 movies later, Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow.
Yeah, no, that is funny.
It's like, was that planned or was that just total coincidence?
Keanu Reeves' best performance ever, this is gonna be wild, ready? Is when he played Sage in the SpongeBob movie.
Oh my god.
He was a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
And his head was just in the tumbleweed. I don't think I've ever laughed harder at a cameo.
That was so weird.
In my life. He was literally he gave Sage advice. It was amazing.
Oh man.
I could literally go down the list of Keanu Reeves movies that just suck.
Yeah, I gave Sonic the Hedgehog 3 4 stars.
I give it 4.
I'd give it 4.5. I think that's also just some bias because I'm such a Sonic fan.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think I give all of them.
Yeah, I'd change it to 4.5.
No, I think I'd comfortably give all of them a 4.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4.5.
Like, I can't give all of them 5s because they're not perfect movies.
3, I'd give like 2.5 stars.
One thing I will say, my brother pointed this out actually because we talked about it, and I did agree with him. One thing I did not like about Sonic 3 is and I think it happened in Sonic 2, when I forget his name, James Marsden's character.
Yes.
He gets injured.
Tom.
Yes. Yeah. And Sonic is getting angry. Mm-hmm. But his voice still sounds like that childish, playful voice.
Yeah.
Like it didn't translate. Mm-hmm. Ben Schwartz did not translate the emotion
it's like
convey the emotion really at all. So you're supposed to be feeling this extreme rage when he goes to get the emerald or whatever. Yeah. And it's just not there. He's just like sounding like a whiny little kid. Which I get it. He's a kid. Yeah. But like it was weird. There was no like I was like, oh, okay. It's like when you see a toddler throw a temper tantrum. Yeah. And they pretend to be like, I'm so mad.
I'll admit that, but it's like for me, Sonic was never supposed to be like the angry type character.
Well, and I get that, but like when you have a serious moment like that, I think you need to, because it's a turning point for Sonic where it's like he now feels for his family like deeply, where he's avenging them almost, and he has to learn to overcome that. And like my brother said, it was a nitpick, and I do agree because it is really a near perfect movie. Right. So like, does it take away from it? No. Yeah. Is it something that kind of holds takes away from that specific scene? To me, a little bit. Yeah. Does it affect the movie? No. No, the movie's still amazing. Go watch it. Watch it a million times.
So how I describe people to the Sonic movies is like, it suffers from the same problem the MonsterVerse, like Godzilla, King Kong movies do. It's too much human at the start of the movies, and we want more of like the characters were there.
Yeah, I did have an issue with the first Godzilla movie.
The first, like the one with Bryan Cranston in it, or whatever.
Saying Bryan Cranston's in it is
I don't know.
Wild.
I'm getting the actors mixed up.
No, he's in it, but he's barely in it.
Yeah, and then Aaron Taylor Johnson. So yeah, I loved that movie. That movie I liked a lot because I liked the ominous feel of. Like,
I hated everything about that movie.
Godzilla. Really?
Okay, no, that's strong. That's strong. I did not hate it. I don't ever want to see it again.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. I just liked how they were like slowly teasing Godzilla, and then like they showed the scale of him like perfectly in that movie.
You know what Godzilla was perfect? Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1 is so good. Don't even get me started on that track. Oh my god.
After seeing that no Godzilla movie that they've done, like the American versions, hold up to it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, nothing.
It makes you realize that, like, wow, Godzilla movies can be good.
Yeah. I don't like Godzilla.
Like, I love Godzilla.
I notoriously do not like Godzilla. It's a freaking mutated nuclear lizard. I mean, cool. If you're a monster fan, cool. I'm not a monster
I think it's
fan.
just badass. It's just like he sits there and he's like ripping out throats of monsters and shit like that.
Yes, the only thing that Godzilla has that's cool is the what's it called? The nuclear breath thing.
Oh, just like nuclear blast or whatever. Like
yeah, there's like so whatever it's actually called. My brother smacked me for not knowing it.
Yeah.
But it's cool in the movies, but then in -1, I don't think I've ever seen a more satisfying explosion. Yes.
It's
Like, the last time I saw something that satisfying in terms of destruction was in Star Wars Episode 2 with the seismic charges in space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that explosion with the meteor, the asteroids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, satisfying to the max. Like, I could watch Godzilla destroy, just use that breath the entire time. Oh my god. -1 was perfect.
It was.
It showed me that, like, the new, like, the Godzilla and the Godzilla Kong movies they have are kind of trash.
Oh, they're so bad. I've always said that. You were absolutely, like, shitting on me for hating Godzilla and X Kong, like, New Empire or whatever it is.
I never saw it.
You never saw it?
I never saw it.
Like, I remember I saw it and I told you how bad it was, and you're like, oh, it's not that. It's just you. You don't like movies. And I'm like, no, this is genuinely bad.
No, because I remember we talked about that. That was because you had a string of movies that every single time, I was still a bartender at this time. Every single time you came out of the movie, that was so bad.
Because at the time, the movies were bad.
And I was like, you just don't like movies, do you? And I still haven't seen it. I have absolutely no interest.
Don't watch it. It's so bad.
I'm going to watch it one day.
The only reason why Godzilla... I'm spoiling it for you.
I don't care.
The only reason why Godzilla doesn't kill Kong in the movie when he had the chance is because his girlfriend shows up and tells him to stop. It's like that meme about the kids.
I'm sorry, whose girlfriend shows up?
Mothra.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, they revive Mothra for the sole purpose of Godzilla not killing Kong.
Okay. There's another movie coming out.
I don't know.
Probably. They make too much money.
Probably, yeah.
Movies make gobs of money.
But anyways, back to like where we were originally with it. Is Sonic suffered the same problem as the Hollywood MonsterVerse movies do. They put too much humans trying to make a human story out of it. We don't want human stories in those kinds of movies. We want to see the big characters we're there for. We want to see Godzilla and Kong fight. We don't want to see these humans trying to figure out how to save Earth. We just want to watch the monsters fight. We just want to watch Sonic do cool shit.
Right.
So the first movie was like Sonic really not doing much through the movie, like a couple funny parts, but it didn't really feel like a Sonic movie. It felt like a road trip movie with Sonic in it. And
that's fair.
Also,
so you if
I had a nickel for every time James Marsden was in a movie on a road trip with a CGI character, I have 2 nickels, which is weird that it happened twice. The other one's Hop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
Awful movie.
Yep.
Awful.
And yeah, it was bad. And so I thought that was really weird. And then the second one, I was very happy with because they actually like went more into the games, but they also did less human story. There was still a good chunk of it, but it was less, and we got to see more of the video games. The third one, you see the humans for like 10, 15 minutes.
I think that's the idea, though. I think they were like, I mean, this first one was a success, and I still really like the first one. I have really no issues with the first one. Yeah. But when they're like, okay, we're actually gonna continue people like this movie, I think the plan, just based on how they're going, is to eventually transition to an all CG movie.
Yeah.
Where there are no humans.
There's going to be some humans because Gunn is involved and Eggman's involved. Because
Eggman,
those are always major players.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of like that human family story, like I wouldn't be surprised. Like even if we go into that video game realm thing, like that planet they're from, like if we get a full movie there,
that'd be cool. I'd like that.
Like that's kind of where, if I had to project, that's where we're headed, where we get like an actual full on video game Sonic movie.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Eggman flying over with that weird like little flying contraption that he has dropping shit at you.
Yes. Oh my god. But yeah, Sonic 3.
Solid film.
If you have not seen it already, please go see it. It's amazing.
Now, I will say, since these are the 2 movies that we both saw one movie different from each other.
What was it?
I saw Nosferatu.
And I saw a lot of other different stuff.
What was you saw the third movie that same week, though. We saw 3 movies the same week.
I think I saw Wicked or A Complete Unknown.
Should we talk about Wicked? Is that worth it? Is it?
I'd like to touch on it because it's just so popular right now.
Are you making a pun there?
Huh?
Popular?
Oh my god! No, that was totally unintended.
If I hear that song one more goddamn time, that and Defying Gravity. Okay.
Defying. Look. Okay.
It's a great song.
It's a great.
I never need to hear it again.
Yeah, I saw Wicked on Broadway. It came to LA when I was in college, and so I saw the musical like in person.
Yeah, and it's a great show.
It was a great musical. The first act definitely carries it.
It does fall flat the second act a little bit.
Yeah, the second act. I think people are gonna be disappointed when the second act comes.
Well,
out.
they're adding so much to it this time around.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Because the play is what, 3 hours maybe, if even.
Yeah, 3-4 hours maybe.
So like the movie's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna add a lot.
They're gonna have to. Well, yeah, they have. What is there? Like I think only 3 actual songs left on the track. Like for the actual Broadway show, 3 or 4.
Something like that.
Yeah, there's not many left.
They're gonna. I think
So
they're adding.
they're adding an original song.
In the first one, they added a couple, didn't they?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Weird.
The second one's adding stuff because they're out of songs.
Yeah.
And then, which honestly enough, if they do
it right, it'll be good.
I think they're gonna dive more into the Dorothy storyline than they do in the play.
I think though the charm of the play though is that you don't see Dorothy.
No, you just see what's happening around Dorothy.
Yeah, you see everything that's going on around it, like that main story.
So, I mean,
that's what the charm was of the second act. Is you're seeing everything play out from the outside.
But we also already saw Dorothy. In the first part.
like.
I don't think we're gonna get a story focused on Dorothy. I think they're gonna get a full circle though, where it's like you see her at the beginning, you see her at the end.
I'm praying to God they do not do what they did with Carrie Fisher with Star Wars in Rogue One.
Oh, and do
like the CGI face thing.
What is her freaking name?
It's like Judy Garland.
Thank you.
Right?
Jeez, yeah. I did know. I promise I knew that.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Judy Garland in my head.
No,
but
it
I
is
didn't say
her.
the name.
I don't think they would. No.
I hope they don't, because it's like I remember that being like so insensitive.
I don't think it's insensitive. I just think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, that too. And it was like
I don't know what the whole big deal is. Like within the last 10 years of not recasting people who have passed away.
Yeah,
I was so happy that they got Harrison Ford to do Thaddeus Ross for Captain America.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it had to be Harrison Ford. I'm just glad they recast him. Because like I was genuinely worried that they were gonna just cut the storyline because the actor passed away.
Right.
It's tragic. It happens.
Yep.
Story has to continue. Like, for lack of a better word, show must go on.
Yeah.
So, like the whole thing with Black Panther, now they're talking about like, oh, maybe we'll recast T'Challa. Then what the hell was the point of the last movie?
It'll be a different universe, because that's what we're gonna do with every movie. When something happens, they're gonna just do a new universe.
Yeah, well, that's stupid.
That's. I hate this multiverse thing. I hate it.
I said it from the beginning. I am dying on this hill, and I'm like, I hope people remember when I initially talked about it. The multiverse will get overused so quickly. Multiverse is something you need to use sparingly.
Yep.
They did a good job.
Don't say they did a good job with Doctor Strange.
No.
Thank God.
Good movie's awful.
That was awful movie.
Gosh, 2 maybe out of 5 maybe. That's
Yeah.
because there are enjoyable moments.
Yeah.
Awful movie. Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did
The
that
multiverse
right.
work they did there, they did right. There's still so many issues, and I can go down that laundry list of how that movie is actually not a good movie.
Yeah.
Enjoyable movie. But you need to use it sparingly. You can't just everything is the multiverse now, and now it's so washed out.
Yep.
Like there's no novelty behind it anymore. It's like, oh, and there's this guy here. Cool, I guess. Like what?
It's annoying, and it's I don't know.
And like I think probably my biggest issue with it now too is the RDJ. This is where I've started
my God, Doomsday! No, don't get me started on that.
My frustration with the multiverse began when they announced RDJ as Doctor Doom.
Oh my God, it's
because
so annoying.
The weight of him dying
is now gone.
Is gone.
Yeah.
Because like it wasn't just the character dying; it was Robert Downey being done with the movies.
Yes.
Like he was dying in the movies, and he was dying from acting in the movies.
It's gonna feel like a parody. It's what it's gonna feel like.
And like the only thing I could see that could have any emotional impact is Tom Holland Spider-Man seeing Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they're doing it, because they know Spider-Man's carrying the franchise right now.
Yes, and I feel like that's gonna be what leads him to get the black suit. All the things.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
Yep.
But I don't know. Like they're ruining so much because of it.
Yep. I'm not a fan whatsoever. The only hope I have right now for the MCU is Daredevil Born Again.
My God, that looks so good.
That trailer looks so good, and I love the Netflix series.
Daredevil's never been bad though.
Like evil?
No, I'm talking about like bad in terms of like content wise. Like it's always been a great show. Even
the movie was bad.
I'm talking about Charlie Cox. Only
Charlie Cox. Yeah, I think Daredevil season 3. I think I told you this is my favorite Marvel project.
I actually still haven't finished it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Well, the only reason why I haven't finished it is because I need to watch Defenders, and I hate everything about that show.
Just watch the last episode.
Is it really just the last episode?
All you need... I'm going to spoil it for you. All you need to know...
Because I know he falls in the building, and then that's why he's, like, injured at the beginning of season 3.
It's literally just... All you need to know about that, because you're not going to care... You don't need to know anything about Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or Iron Fist anymore, because they're X-named. All you need to know is that Elektra and him died in a building collapsing in Defenders.
Yeah.
Elektra actually died.
Yeah, because at the end
He did
of...
not.
I thought Elektra was back in season 3.
No, she was not.
Oh.
And he got saved by Catholic nuns.
Yeah, because I remember starting season 3, and I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Why are there nuns? Why is there a church? Why is he dying?
That's all you need to know, because Kingpin's not in Defenders, and so,
is he not?
No.
Bro, who's the villain in Defenders?
It's the Hand.
Oh, that they set up in Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So maybe I will then if I could just watch the last episode, or even the last 10 minutes of the episode.
Literally, you could, and it's
season
3 of Daredevil is so good. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well,
it's like real, true Daredevil. Bullseye's in season 3. But they don't call him Bullseye really.
But Bullseye's in the new show though.
I think so. I think they went full in Bullseye. And then
Bullseye.
White Tiger's in the new show.
I'm iffy about that one.
Yeah, it should.
But Punisher though.
Punisher coming back is
Punisher's what's kept it set over for me, because like once they announced Punisher like 2 years ago or whatever it was, I was like, this can do no wrong. I don't care.
Yeah.
You could throw SpongeBob in this for all I care right now. Punisher's there. John Bernthal, perfect casting.
I met him before. He's awesome.
I was supposed to meet him, then he just canceled.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And John Bernthal's in Wolf of Wall Street as well.
Yes. Anyway, so back to the recasting Judy Garland. I hope that they're gonna get over that and give someone else the limelight. I really hope they don't CGI.
And I want them to not do I want them to do a new actress.
What I'm saying,
like not somebody who's recognizable.
Or I'm okay with if you do like a non-face reveal, just the presence of Dorothy.
Yeah.
Like, because the story's not about Dorothy.
No, it's not.
It does. You don't need her. Like I said, in the play, I will say probably one of the most ridiculous things in the play is where like Dorothy's locked in the tower.
Yeah.
And she's like fearing for her life because the sands of like the hourglass is like ticking down to her literal death. And then outside of that, Elphaba and Glinda are singing about friendship. Like they're outside. They're over there like, oh, don't kill her. They start singing about friendship. Like, bro, what? This is not the time to be doing this right now. That's so bizarre, but alright. It's like she's being traumatized by the second, and you're over here.
I'm gonna laugh if they do that in the movie.
I hope they do. I hope they don't change a single beat, because that's hilarious to me.
I think I saw a meme too about the movie, and it was like, if I had a nickel for every time, it was one of these puns again. It was similar to that, and it was like, if I had a nickel every time a movie didn't advertise itself as a part 1, and it was like before like releasing the movie, it was Dune and Wicked.
Oh yeah.
Because we didn't know it was gonna.
That's right. Dune wasn't a part 1 originally.
Yeah, so like when you went, it was just Dune, and then when you went and saw the movie, it's a Dune part 1.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? And then Wicked, they didn't advertise it as a part 1. You go in and see the movie, it says Wicked part 1. It's like, wait, what?
Which I thought was weird, because I remember like they had announced a while ago that it was a part 1, but I thought it was almost like a fever dream.
I don't remember it at all.
Because like it was early on. And I read somewhere or heard somewhere that they were gonna do part 1 and part 2, but never again did I never heard anything about it. So I was like, either it was a fever dream, or they scrapped the idea and just did one long movie. Because I remember when they released the runtime, I was like, oh okay, all right, you can do the movie, sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like half the movie was at like shit university.
Yeah, Shiz. Yeah,
I like
Shiz
Shit
University. I'm like, that's a little interesting name.
Yeah.
But anyways, Wicked. I thought it was overhyped a bit. I think people treating it like it's the best movie ever was like.
It's not the best movie ever. The amount of, I'm gonna call a lot of people out right now. The amount of dramatic nonsense attached to that film.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I watched the movie pretty stone-faced in the sense of like the dance scene.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my god, I lost. Why? Though.
Yeah.
I did not. I was like, I would like to go get a refill on popcorn, and I don't like popcorn. This scene's just annoying me. And then the ending where she sang "Defying Gravity," killer job. The performance was stellar, but like, okay.
Yeah, but by that time, I actually seemed like I heard it 20 million times because that's all anybody's been posting on social media.
Yeah, no, we're showing it again at the theater, and I literally was walking by one of the theaters, and I hear "Defying Gravity," and I said out loud, "I thought we were done with this."
Oh my god!
I thought we were done, because that is the most obnoxious thing. Is like you'll walk down the hallways of the theater, and at least we had to sing along.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We had to sing along.
That's my worst nightmare.
It was my worst nightmare. Okay, so I will say this: the first showing we had for the sing along, at least the first showing that I had that I was on shift.
Yeah.
I went outside the theater door.
Yeah.
I just because of secondhand embarrassment, I don't think I could have gone into the theater.
Oh no, I couldn't.
I listened. Oh my God, you would think it was just like.
Was it just tons of people singing?
You know how like the Japanese like round up a bunch of dolphins and they kill them all at once?
What?
That's what it sounded like.
God.
It was literal screeching.
Oh my God, there's this one video I saw of a guy who went to go see Wicked, and during Defying Gravity, he's just standing up and he's belting it out.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what in the world?
Well, my favorite thing is it's crazy because like you learn how many people have no concept of timing in music.
Yeah.
And that was probably the thing that gave me the most secondhand embarrassment is hearing everyone do Elphaba's like belt or whatever, like 30 seconds early. And it was like, oh my God, y'all like there's lyrics on the screen. Figure your shit out. It's not that you've never done karaoke before, which is fine, but god damn.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that happened though is there was a lot of people went to that dressed up, which was cringe.
Yeah.
God. So like we had one guy was dressed up as Elphaba.
Oh no.
And there was a complaint against him.
A complaint?
Because he was talking during the talking parts. So he was you know.
Oh so he's trying to recite it word for word or something.
Basically.
Oh my God.
So we were called in. No, I didn't take the call.
Pack it up, Elphaba.
So we went in and gave him. Someone went in and gave him the warning, like, hey, you know, please stop talking. And then he follows the manager out of the theater and being like, I would like to know why I'm being told to stop talking during a sing-along. And the manager's like, okay, this isn't the singing part. You weren't singing. This is the talking part. Don't talk in the talking part. Like, literally talking to him like a child. Because he's in full Elphaba gear.
Like green face and
green face, but it wasn't even like good green face. It was literally just like you would think he was robbing a bank. Like he
God.
like he just smeared it on his face. It almost looked like he wiped his ass and then just like on his face. It was like shit green. It was disgusting. Like he bought the costume. I feel like he got it on discount at Party City.
Oh my God.
Like it was awful, dude. I'm like, you look, and he had a beard, so it didn't.
Oh no.
It was like, dude, I kept walking by. Like I wanted to keep hearing this conversation.
Right.
And it was the best thing ever. But dude, we had the most complaints out of those sing-along theaters.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, I bet.
Everyone hated everyone, and I was like, this is why we don't do these.
Yeah.
Everyone hated everyone because everyone thinks that they're the star.
The reason why I didn't see Wicked for like a month and a half is because I didn't want to deal with anybody singing in the theater.
That's why I went early in the morning, dude. I went with a bunch of old people. Dude, it was magnificent.
Oh my God. Nobody sang in my theater, thankfully. But what was weird, I remember as I was in the theater alone, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm the only one seeing this. And I kid you not, like 3 minutes before the movie actually started, like into the previews, like 20 people showed up, all in different groups. And I'm like, why are you all so late?
Yeah.
I was just like, what in the world?
No, I don't. I got in there, and literally as I'm getting into the theater, because I went at like 9 in the morning, I held the door for an old lady in a walker, and I was like, yes, thank you for being here.
You won't sing along.
Thank you. Like, there's a chance you might not make it through the movie.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of death.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Like, dude, it was, oh my God, it was such a peaceful showing, though. Like, literally, there was maybe 10 people in my theater, and I'm not even joking, they were all over the age of 60. I was
crazy.
the youngest person in the theater.
Because all of them go to the matinee showings.
Yeah, that's why I went. Like, don't get me wrong, it sucked getting up that early, but it was actually a nice morning. I was like, oh.
But yeah, anyways, wrap up the Wicked talk. It was okay. It was overrated.
I'll give it a 3 again.
I gave it like a 3.5.
Yeah, it's mid.
Yeah.
Like, I did enjoy it. I would watch it again. I won't watch it again until part 2 comes out. I'll do, because, spoiler, we're gonna do a part 1 and part 2 showing at AMC.
Wow. So surprising.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
They haven't announced that, but obviously they are. Like,
yeah.
Duh.
Anyways, so the next movie, I'm just gonna go over this one real quick because I didn't have much thoughts on it.
Juror number 2.
What?
Juror number 2.
What do you mean?
Juror number 2. Oh, I thought you watched that one.
No, I have not.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It was The Holdovers. I watched The Holdovers.
Oh, the Christmas one.
Yeah. It was good. I wasn't like a huge fan of it.
I haven't seen it since it came out last year.
I think it had good emotional beats. It was good. I wasn't like over the top.
Paul Giamatti's performance in that was phenomenal, though.
It was great. Yeah. I just wasn't like a huge fan of it. Yeah, I mean, like it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't have much thoughts on it. So,
me neither, honestly. I didn't.
Yeah. And so then next movie, Gladiator 2. I almost said 3.
I'm watching that today. No spoilers.
I won't spoil it.
Okay.
But what I'll say is that the first one's definitely better.
The first one, what did it win? 4 Oscars, I think.
Something like that.
First one's a perfect movie.
First one's awesome.
Oh, okay, I'm not gonna say perfect movie.
I wouldn't say perfect either.
The pacing is a bit weird at times.
Yeah.
But
the thing is about the second one is it tries to be the first one. You can tell there's a lot of story beats that are very, 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 very similar to the first one.
I heard they relied on flashbacks and things from the first movie a lot too.
A little bit, yeah. And it was like,
which is my biggest concern. Is I'm okay with the movie that obviously follows the first movie, obviously.
Yeah.
But when it relies on its story, like it's almost like the vibe I'm getting is Gladiator 2 is built from the ashes of the first movie.
Pretty much, yeah. It was.
Which is a crazy sentence. I'm glad I said that.
It's. Yeah, I don't know. Pedro Pascal was great in it.
I'm sure.
I think his character was really interesting, and I think
the only character I am the most excited for is Joseph Quinn.
He does great in that movie.
He looks insane.
He is insane. He's great in that. The two like Emperor brothers or whatever, they're great. Everyone does great in this movie. They gave it their all. It's just the last act kind of fell a little flat for me, and then I don't know. It just I felt like it tried to be its predecessor. You know, it tried too hard to be that. It didn't try to be something new.
Yeah.
And I will say, this one's a lot more gruesome than the first one,
which is great.
Yeah, it's
not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping for that. I'm in the mood for some gore.
Yeah, today. It's a lot more gruesome, and it's a good time. I gave it 3 stars. It was just like I enjoyed it, but
it's crazy that everything seems to be 3 stars today. Like everything's
it's just everything. I looked at my Letterboxd recently. Like everything's like 3.5 to 3 stars. It's so.
You're gonna make me get Letterboxd, aren't you? Letterboxd. Goddamn.
Huh?
You said you're gonna make me get Letterboxd, aren't you?
You have to. I mean, like
I think I did download it and I never used it.
Like
because I've seen so many movies. It's getting started that sucks.
It's nice because you can like look through like all the movies you've watched and rated, and like you can go and find all the movies you've seen in the past.
No, yeah, I get the concept of it. It's just I've seen so many movies that.
And it just helps me remember like what did I think of this movie. So like there's my Superman review. I said that rooftop scene was way too horny.
Okay, like I'm glad it got 4 stars. The fact that it's not 5 bothers me, but I get it.
Look, man,
I get it.
Anyways,
it's a perfect movie though.
Yeah, Gladiator 2. I wish it was more. That's
the one thing I am beyond excited for in Gladiator 2. And this was what almost pushed me over the ledge to go see it in theaters. Was the war games, the sea battle games or whatever?
Yeah, that was cool.
In the Coliseum.
It was fun.
That whole sequence in the trailer, like the little bit they showed, looks phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but I think about the Roman Empire a lot.
Oh my god. We're not going back to that meme from last year. That's crazy.
It was so stupid, but like I actually love the Roman Empire, so I was like anything that goes around that time period, I'm like all for it, absolutely. Speaking of the Roman Empire,
oh god,
just want to touch on this real quick. The Passion of the Christ sequel.
Oh my god, I forgot they're doing that.
Can we talk about how
how are you making a sequel to Jesus' death? Like, what?
It's the resurrection.
Oh
so the movie came out...
The resurrection was 3 days. What are they going to do in 3 days?
The movie came out... That's not even what we care about. The movie came out in 2004. It's 2025. The movie's not coming up to 2026.
They just want to get those...
It's going to be 22 years later. So they're going to have to explain how Jesus aged 22 years in 3 days.
If they have the same actor, that is.
No, they are.
What?
The same actor's coming back.
Oh my god.
Mel Gibson said that they're doing this new technology to de-age him, which means it's just gonna look awful probably.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to touch on that real quick because like I thought it was, they've been talking about that movie for years.
Yeah.
Doing the resurrection.
I feel like Mel Gibson only did that because he's salty about Deadpool beating it.
I don't think he's salty about it. I think it's more of a comment on what's going on right now because Mel Gibson's been in the news a lot recently.
He has.
Not to get too political there, but
yeah.
No. So I feel like that's kind of what he's doing. But yeah, no, I wanted to touch on that it's officially moving forward, and I'm gonna be honest. The Passion of the Christ is a really powerful and strong movie.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen clips.
It's a tough movie to watch.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
I went to a Christian high school, and
Me too.
Our
We watched it in high
Bible,
school
our
too.
Bible teacher, he showed us clips from it, and he was like, "If you don't want to watch it, it gets too intense. Just walk out of it." And he didn't do permission slips, nothing. He could have gotten in so much trouble for showing us that.
We didn't do permission slips either. We were in high school and we watched it from start to finish.
Yeah.
We watched like chunks of it every day in class. I will say, I got suspended. Unrelated to the movie, but I missed the day, like where he was like where they did the flogging and the crucifixion.
Right.
So literally, I was like, so I just watched him talk. Like I watched all the boring parts and then I missed the one.
Oh yeah.
Like I won't say fun part.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
probably
want to
the
say
best
fun part,
term to
but
use.
you know the plot of the movie, the whole point of the movie. But no, I used to watch it every Easter. I will say I did watch it in 2004 when it came out.
Right.
Horrible decision on my mother's part, but whatever.
Yeah.
No, it was...
I never had the interest to watch it. I don't know why.
Well acted.
Yeah,
Well
I've heard
acted.
it's good, but
Saying it's good is weird.
I mean, yeah,
It's one of those movies where it's like I feel weird saying it's a good movie.
yeah, it's like
It's a strong one.
yeah, it's a strong one.
Religious or not, it's a strong movie. It's definitely. I do think it's worth a watch.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, no, I just wanted to touch on the officially moving forward with the Resurrection movie and
and then
22 years later.
the last movie of like the new movies I've seen A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan movie. I did not expect to love that as
Bob
much as I did.
Dylan so much.
Really?
I hate Bob Dylan.
Oh my god!
Anyone that says that man has talent in singing is lying to themselves.
I like at first did not. I'm gonna move the mic a little bit more because I'm worried about volume. But
That's fine.
at first I mean I never really listened to Bob Dylan before, and I went to see the movie because it looked good. I mean it's Timothée Chalamet, so like it'll at least be decent.
I mean, he's in everything, so.
Yeah, and
Timothée Chalamet and Nicholas Hoult apparently have this thing where they have to be in every movie ever right now.
yeah, it's very true. But I really, really liked that movie. A lot of the plot, though, which I found funny, is like you're supposed to be like in favor of Bob trying to change his music because everybody else is telling him to like not change his music because he goes from folk to like more electric at one point in his career.
Yeah, garbage to garbage. Yep.
I like his music, but when he goes from that transition from folk to electric, and you're supposed to be like on his side, I was not. I liked the folk music more than the electric music.
I'll be honest. I probably would have too. I am gonna watch it. We actually almost watched that in Florida.
Really?
We did almost go see it.
I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars.
That's wild.
I really liked it.
You gave it the same as Superman?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's insane.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I see now. I have to watch it to see how wrong you are.
Oh, you're gonna hate it. I know.
No,
you
I
are.
don't think I will. I really, even if it's like an artist that I don't care for, I am a huge fan of biopics. I'm a big fan of them.
And Edward Norton's in the movie too, and he does great in it.
I don't really. I hate him as a person, but like he's a
Yeah.
really good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He's a dick, but he's a good actor.
True.
Yeah, no, I really do like Timothée Chalamet. There really hasn't been a movie that he's been in that I also haven't liked in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
I mean, that's why I went to go see it because
Yeah.
I was like, I know he'll at least be good in this. I heard a little bit of buzz around it, but like not a ton. And now it's nominated for like 3 Oscars.
Oh, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fine.
Fine.
Speaking of which, since that's the last movie that we've seen since the last episode.
Nosferatu.
Oh, Nosferatu. You have to talk about that. Yeah.
You need to go see it.
I don't want to.
You need to go see it.
I don't want to.
But you said you were gonna go see it. Oh, you said you might go see it.
I might is the key word.
You should go. I'll go watch it with you. I don't know if I want to see it again. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot for what you think, though. It's not like Terrifier or a movie like
Oh
that.
my gosh. So I'm a teacher, right? And I teach 7th grade. I have a student
There's one mall in the country that will do that, Santa.
Oh my god, I'm sure there is somewhere.
There needs to be.
But anyways.
But yeah, no, Nosferatu. Okay, This is genuinely why I want you to watch it, not because it's a horror film, because it isn't your traditional horror. I am so divided on it.
I've heard mixed reviews on it.
It's divisive in the sense of like, it's not your. It's Nosferatu is basically Dracula, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's. Have you read or seen Dracula?
No.
Okay. Do you know what Dracula's about?
I mean.
Dracula at its core is a very sexual storyline. He's always been very, like that's just he what's the word? Oh my gosh, lost the word there. But he's very. What the frick is the word? Oh my god.
Forthcoming?
No, not forthcoming. It's like a basic word. I'm just drawing a blank.
Horny?
Yes, the nicer word for horny. Enticing, not enticing, but like
he has a high sex drive.
Basically. So like, because like that's the whole thing. Like Dracula has 3 wives, all the things. Anyway,
yeah.
So like Nosferatu it goes into that not the 3 wives thing, but like he talks about how he is like a hunger but he can never be like satisfied or whatever, talking about his sexual desires. But like,
so is this movie grosser than Evil Dead Rise?
Not at all.
No. Okay. Evil Dead Rise made me want to puke a couple times.
No. This movie isn't really gory.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's not your traditional horror, at all.
Okay, because if the gore is intense enough, it might make me hurl.
No, like even when it comes to him drinking blood, he doesn't do it from the neck. He does it from the heart, like directly. Like he'll just bite the chest.
Interesting.
Like he drinks it from the heart directly. And it's more him using his power of influence and things like that. And he just kind of drives people crazy, and he brings like the plague to England and things like that. So it's not like it really is more just ambiance in that movie.
Right.
I wouldn't say there's much gore.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think you could. That's why I'm like I want you to watch it because I don't think it wouldn't actually be so far removed from like things that you hate when it comes to like horror. Like you don't like the gore, you don't like anything like insane jump scares.
Yeah.
There are a couple jump scares. I'm not gonna lie to you, but again, not your traditional.
Not
horror.
surprising though.
It's a vampire. I mean, what do you?
Yeah. But yeah.
Also, watch it with subtitles because listening to Count Orlok speak is very difficult.
Oh god, one of those movies.
Well, he speaks with the Romanian accent.
Okay. I forget what movie it was that I feel there's some movie I needed to watch it with subtitles because I couldn't understand what they were saying at all. I forget what it is now, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, now that we finished that.
Oh, The Witch. That one I needed subtitles for.
Oh god, I don't want to see The Witch.
No, don't watch that one. That movie is spoken in all Old English. And like they started speaking I was like, hold on. I genuinely thought it was a different language for a second.
That's crazy.
Oh no, it's not. It's just I need subtitles.
I have a friend who loves that movie, and
love is hard. I don't know how.
It's like one of his favorite movies.
That's wild.
And I'm just like,
I've seen it twice.
I don't want to watch that one. I don't want to watch that
No,
one.
it's an uncomfortable movie.
Yeah.
That one's uncomfortable.
But anyways, now that we've covered all the movies we've seen, we move on to Oscars, because Oscar nominations were just a couple days ago.
Yes.
They got all announced. I can pull up the list here.
I went to do it like twice, and I got sidetracked both times.
Oh my god, of course you did.
Hey, that's not nice.
Let's see here. Oscars 2025.
Now, we gotta figure out what we're doing for the Oscars. We should have an Oscar show. I'm sure we will do something.
Yeah, the 97th Oscars. So it's gonna be...
Do we know who's hosting this year?
Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Which, it'll be funny.
No, I don't hate that. I like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So, okay. Actor in a leading role, we have Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes in Conclave, Sebastian Stan in Apprentice. I've only seen one of these movies.
Ralph Fiennes?
Fiennes. I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was genuinely confused.
I don't know.
I gotta watch Conclave.
You gotta watch Conclave. I've never heard of it.
It's a movie about where they basically the selecting of the new pope.
Oh, right. Okay, I think I've heard of it actually.
Yeah.
And then actor in a supporting role, we have Yura Borisov, which is Nora, which I'm pretty sure that's the male love interest in the movie. I saw that one. And then Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. So of the 3 of the 5 I've seen, I think Kieran Culkin deserves it the most.
Well, we gotta watch all these movies.
We do. Actress in a leading role, surprise, surprise, Cynthia Erivo. Yeah, for Wicked. Then
She's gonna win it.
Yeah,
I'm calling it right now. Cynthia Erivo's gonna win Best Actress.
Yep, 100%. Nobody else is gonna argue that. Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, which got way too many nominations this year. Then Mikey Madison for Honora, and that, I think I talked about this on the podcast. I wasn't a huge fan of that movie.
Honora?
Yeah, everybody raves about that movie. I was not a huge fan of it.
Never saw it. I'll watch it, but never saw it.
And Demi Moore for The Substance, which is a contender to beat Cynthia Erivo, but I don't think.
Wait, did you watch The Substance?
No, but everybody's been freaking out about that movie.
No, that's on my list. I think I'm watching that one today too.
And then Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. And then actress in a supporting role, Monica Barbero for A Complete Unknown. She was great in that movie. Then Ariana Grande for Wicked. She will probably win it because it's
more
Wicked.
than likely.
Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. And then Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. Animated feature film. I'm really hoping that. Okay, so this one's probably one I'm most excited for. So Flow, which I've been meaning to see, and I heard it was amazing. Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Must Foul, The Wild Robot.
You're gonna make me watch another Wallace and Gromit movie? Oh my god!
I'm not watching it. I'm not gonna watch Wallace.
We have to watch it, man.
Wallace and Gromit gave me nightmares as a kid.
Okay, well, it's not gonna give you nightmares as an adult. You'll be fine.
Jesus Christ. And I'm hoping for Wild Robot, obviously. Inside Out 2, I know it's the yearly Disney pick.
Inside Out 2 is probably gonna win. Actually, no.
And
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Wild Robot takes it. It's gonna be between those two. I'm not gonna pretend it's gonna be.
Wild Robot got 3 nominations this year. I'm really hoping it wins this because, Inside Out got 1, Wild Robot got 3.
It's gonna be between just those two. It's not gonna be everything else doesn't matter in that list. It's between those two.
Flow, I heard was awesome. I don't think
it didn't generate the buzz that those two did.
Yeah,
it's not gonna.
And so I think Wild Robot, I hope wins.
You know what? Just to be devil's advocate, I'm gonna go Inside Out 2. But I also haven't seen either of them.
I loved Inside Out 2 though.
I didn't see either of them.
I really liked Inside Out 2.
I don't think I watched outside of Sonic. I don't think I watched any animated movies this year.
I mean, Sonic's not really animated.
Okay, then I haven't watched any animated movies this year.
That's crazy. Inside Out 2.
Oh no, Transformers.
Oh, true. Yeah. Inside Out 2, I really liked. I thought it was really good. Do I think it's better than Wild Robot? Hell no. Animated short film.
I love watching these. I haven't watched them yet though.
Beautiful Men, In the Shadow of Cypress, Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, and Yuck. And then cinematography is The Brutalist, Dune Part 2. I totally forgot that was even a 2024 movie.
Right at the beginning?
Yeah, it was right at the beginning, and I totally forgot it.
I started at AMC right when that happened.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then
came out in February, I think.
Amelia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu.
Nosferatu's a contender. The movie looks phenomenal.
I think Dune Part 2 will take this one.
More than likely. But I think Nosferatu's a contender.
Yeah. Then costume design, A Complete Unknown.
Nosferatu's is nominated for that one too, right?
Yeah. Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. Wicked's probably going to win it, sadly.
Yeah. You know, last year's Oscars were more fun because Oppenheimer was nominated, and it swept.
It did.
And it deserved every fucking Oscar.
You liked Oppenheimer. That's one of your favorite movies ever.
Uh-huh.
So you were happy about that.
It won more Oscars than I predicted because I did the form thing to you guess which ones it's gonna win.
Yeah.
And I think it got 8. I predicted 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So then directing is Sean Baker for Honora, Brady Corbet. I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's Corbet or instead of Corbett. The Brutalist. A Complete Unknown, James Mangold, and then Amelia Perez which is Jacques Audiard. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then The Substance, which is I don't know how to pronounce any of these.
You can just say the movies that are nominated for director. We don't need the people.
And then documentary feature film, Black Box Diaries.
I'm not watching those.
I'm not gonna watch them either.
You can skip that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Documentary short film.
Nope.
I'm gonna skip it as well. Sorry, guys.
Foreign films.
Yeah, and then film editing.
That's a newer category this year, isn't it?
What? Film editing?
Yeah. I thought there was a new category that was added this year.
I don't remember what it is. Film editing's been there for a while.
And there was one, maybe it was something with the VFX or something like that. I forgot.
I don't know. Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, and Wicked. Wicked will probably win it again, sadly.
Film.
Like when I sit here and I think about like some of these, like I watched Anora, film editing, and was like, I don't know about the editing like being that great in the movie. Like, it was shot well, but I don't know. Like the editing was pretty basic. I don't know. It just didn't feel like anything crazy. Wicked is probably going to win it, sadly. And then international feature film.
You keep saying sadly for Wicked. Wicked wasn't a bad movie.
Because I don't think it was a bad movie, but it's like, I think other things deserve to win these categories.
Well, what else do you think deserves to win cinematography?
Cinematography?
Or no, sorry, film editing.
Film editing? I don't know. I wouldn't, because the only movies I've seen here is Anora and Wicked. I haven't seen the others.
What are the other ones?
Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez. Yeah,
Brutalist just came out, didn't it?
I think so. That's in theaters right now. I might go see it. And then makeup and hairstyling, A Different Man, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, Wicked. Once again, Wicked will win it.
Wicked.
Yeah. Nosferatu probably.
Honestly, though, Nosferatu being nominated for an Oscar is a big deal.
Yeah.
Horror movies notoriously do not win Oscars.
Yeah, it's very true. They got nominated for a few too.
Yeah.
So music, original score.
You know what movie? Pause real quick. You know what movie was nominated for an Oscar and won Best Picture because I've never been more pissed off at an Oscar nomination and win in my entire life.
What?
Get Out won Best Picture.
Oh yeah.
I've never been,
but it was not that good.
No, it was not good.
I enjoyed it, but
it's not the worst of the films. I did enjoy the concept of it. It was an original story. I'm all for that. It's what I never need to watch again. And then for it to get nominated for an Oscar and then nominated for Best Picture and win Best Picture? What?
Yeah.
Like, what? That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, continue. I just had to go on that tirade for a sec.
It's all good. Music. This one makes me sad because I know who's going to win it and I want something else to win.
Wicked deserves that one.
Wow, Robot's music is so good, though.
Wicked deserves that one. So sorry.
Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked.
Oh, wait, is it score or...
Score.
Oh! I don't think Wicked's going to win score. It's going to win Best Original Song or Songs or whatever.
Yeah, so... I
don't know.
I love Wow Robot's score.
Does Wicked contend for Original Song?
No, because it's not an original song. It's an adapted song.
Yeah, you're right. So it's not going to...
So the original songs are El Mal from Amelia Perez, The Journey from the 6888, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino. 2 songs from Amelia Perez are in this. And then Never Too Late from Elton John. And then Best Picture, we have Anora. I do not think it deserves to be there whatsoever. The Brutalist.
I'm gonna watch Nora and love it. Watch. I don't know anything about it.
I liked the first. I want to say like 2/5 of the movie, and then like the rest I didn't really care much about. And then it's Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. This one's hard because there's a lot nominated here.
Wicked's winning Best Picture.
If it wins Best Picture, I'd be so
Wicked's
mad.
winning Best Picture.
If it wins Best Picture, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm calling that right now. Wicked's winning Best Picture.
You're probably right, and I don't want it to win Best Picture.
Wicked's I'm gonna guess Wicked's gonna win at least 6 of the Oscars.
I want Wicked to. Man, there's some movie, Joker. Joker got nominated for like 12 Oscars, I remember, and they only won like 2.
Well, won Best Picture and Best Director.
Yeah, that is true.
One of the 2 biggest ones.
Yeah, but I want it to be something like that where Wicked does not get.
But Wicked didn't. Wicked has much more going for it than Joker did.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yes, Joker broke $1 billion. Sure,
yeah.
It's a big deal, and it did a lot better than everyone thought it was going to do. However, Wicked is, unfortunately, this is killing me to say, Joker is not on the same playing field as Wicked.
I know. It makes me so mad.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Oppenheimer is infinitely better than Wicked, and if it was going up against Oppenheimer, I would be just as pissed off, because Oppenheimer is a stellar movie. I'm going to be honest, this year's list of movies, there's some good ones in there. I'm not saying they're not good, but they're not as heavy of a hitters as last year's Oscars.
No.
Last year's Oscars were.
I think if any movie has any chance on this list of beating Wicked,
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2.
Because people talk about that movie for months.
Yeah, I think.
I'm hoping it wins. Do I think it deserves it?
It's gonna be swept between Wicked and Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that Nosferatu will win either costume or hair.
Yeah.
A chance. Those are the only two I think it's gonna have a chance with. I think, and again, I'll have more. I'll actually have solid predictions in the next couple weeks once I watch all these movies.
Right.
Because I would like to us to actually have our predictions so we can see who's closest.
Yeah. We'll write them all down.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
We can even make a post, probably publish it and everything.
for sure.
Yeah.
Production design: The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. Once again, this is going to be between Dune Part 2 and Wicked.
Here's the thing, Wicked, I feel like could deserve it because of how much they built for it.
Yeah.
A lot of work went into the movie.
Yeah.
A lot of work to go into it.
Yeah. Wicked will probably win it again.
I mean, very little blue screen was used in terms of production design. Yes, there was CGI used, obviously, for the monkeys and everything else magical happening. But in terms of set and everything around them, Munchkin Land, the tulips, everything, Emerald City, it was all built.
Yeah.
The train, they built a fucking train.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? Nolan.
Yeah. So sound is the next one. There's A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and Wild Robot. Wild Robot has great sound in it. I'll say that. But do I think it should win this one? Probably not. Dune Part 2 is going to win this.
Probably.
It won the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will win this one.
Did Transformers 1 get nominated? I thought I saw that.
It did not.
It did not. That's wild.
Yep. It would have probably gotten nominated for Best Animated Picture of anything.
Yeah, probably would have been better than.
I don't think it got enough buzz, though, is the thing.
It's crazy. Well, because freaking Paramount botched that marketing.
They did. They really did.
Whatever. I'm not going to go into that because I will go on for a while.
And then visual effects, Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked.
Okay. I think that one. I don't think Wicked's actually going to take that one.
I don't think so either. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is going to win it.
I think between Planet of the Apes and
Romulus?
Romulus.
Me too.
Romulus, those space scenes were probably some of the best outer space. It was gorgeous.
So good.
That scene where the ship's crashing into the ring.
Yeah.
Dude, beautiful. It was a gorgeous movie.
It was.
So I think it's between that and
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Thank you. Yes.
I think Dune Part 2 has a decent shot because some of the visual effects in that movie were phenomenal.
Okay. The biggest CGI scene is the fucking worm, and if it wins because of
it wasn't just the worm though. There was do you not remember the huge battle at the end of the movie?
Barely.
Dude, the huge battle at the end of the movie with millions of people, the worms were there too. But then also the ships flying over, the nukes and everything like that.
You're gonna tell me the movie deserves to win Best Oscar for that scene?
For visual effects? I mean...
For that scene.
I think there's other better options on here, but I would not be surprised if Dune Part 2 won.
I would be a little bit annoyed.
I'd still be happy with it.
If it won, I'd be annoyed. I don't think it deserves it for that.
I think
Dune Part 2 earns a couple of other Oscars. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do not think it deserves Best Visual Effects. I believe Alien Romulus and Kingdom deserve it. Kingdom was also gorgeous.
Yeah, it was.
When you have a movie that's CGI centric, which that movie was pretty much all CGI minus the humans.
Yeah.
And it looks as good as it did though.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I wasn't a huge fan of.
I liked it.
I mean, it was okay. I just prefer the other ones more. I don't know. Anyways, here's something interesting though. The one thing Wicked should have been nominated for was writing adapted screenplay, because it was adapted from the
not a screenplay
musical.
though.
That's true, I guess. So we have, I mean, Bob Dylan's life isn't a screenplay.
Oh, then I don't know.
So, so Wicked should have been on this, but it's not. So we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. Amelia Perez will probably win this because it got so many different nominations.
Okay, what the hell is Sing Sing?
I haven't heard of it before this. And
Sing.
And I hope A Complete Unknown wins this because I thought it was a great movie. And then writing for original screenplay was Honora, The Brutalist.
It's a prison movie? I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be animated movie. Like Sing 1 and 2.
Oh my god, no.
In prison for a crime he didn't commit, Divine G, finds purpose by acting in a theater group alongside other incarcerated men, including a wary newcomer. Alright.
Interesting.
Thank you. I'll have to watch it. $2 million budget? That's wild.
What's it called though? So then, writing original screenplay was Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, and The Substance.
September 5th has been getting a lot of buzz. I
actually, heard of
it. I don't know what it's about, but we've been showing it at the theater with the pre-recorded Q&A from the cast.
Oh, okay.
So like, we had someone actually come up to us really, really mad about that yesterday.
Because they wanted to watch the movie?
Well, because there's a pre-recorded Q&A, like a small thing from the cast before the movie, and then after the movie. The description on the website says, stay tuned after the movie for a pre-recorded Q&A. So the guy comes out and he's like, well, I thought the Q&A was after the movie. Why is there something happening before? I was like, we don't have any control over that. And they're like, well, you guys should advertise that better on your website because now I'm going to be late for the things I have to do with my friends afterwards. I was like, it was 12 minutes.
Oh my god.
It was 12 minutes. And I'm like, why are you cutting things so like close to the right there by
crazy.
12 minutes? Like you're gonna you have to book it the second you leave here. Like what is happening?
That's crazy.
Like he was literally like, well, what if do I get a refund? No. What?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. And then I think this one I really want A Real Pain to win.
Which one was that one again?
That's the Jesse Eisenberg and Karen.
That's right.
Movie.
Yes. No, that one. Let me actually.
And that one was written by Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I love that dude.
It was so good. There's this one scene with Jesse Eisenberg. People are singing praises to Kieran Culkin in the movie, but Jesse Eisenberg was just as good in that movie. There's this whole scene where they're at dinner, and Jesse Eisenberg's character is talking about Kieran Culkin's character. And it's so good. I think it's easily Jesse Eisenberg's best performance. Yes.
But you saw Social Network.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't like Social Network that much.
Okay, well, that's wild. That was his first and only Oscar nomination.
Well, no. This is his second.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I have everything that he's done, including Vivarium. I'm gonna say it: Batman v Superman. Shut up. Even The Witch. Not The Witch. Sorry, The Village. His first movie.
I'm trying to think. I saw something. Oh, there's actually a crazy amount of parallels between Superman and then Batman vs Superman and Sonic 3. And
what?
In Sonic 3, there's a crazy amount of parallels between Superman and Superman versus Batman and Man of Steel. Like the fight scene, like when they're spoilers again, when they're going super and they're like punching each other across the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similarly shot to when Superman is fighting Zod. And then when they're pushing the beam going up against the Earth.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like a couple other things in there too. And it's like, this is very similar to a couple shots. And then someone quote retweeted the tweet that had that, showing the similarities, and they go, yeah, except Sonic's actually watchable.
That. This is why I support the death penalty for stupid comments like that.
I knew that one would make you mad. I gotta find that.
Man of Steel is a 4.5 out of 5 movie. The only reason why it's not a perfect 5. Okay, well, here's the thing.
Because the dad's death, right? Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about this, I think.
Just no, like what the whole. Okay, one quick little rant. Just one. The whole point in the original 1978 Superman is when his dad dies. He dies of a heart attack, and Clark Kent has one of the best lines, and he's like,
"I couldn't save
all these powers that I have, and I couldn't even save him."
Right.
I was like, "That's powerful. That's strong." Superman. Okay, his dad goes to save the dog, not a child, a fucking dog.
Yep.
And then his foot gets stuck. Okay, cool. Superman could have been in and out. No one would have seen him. No one would have seen him.
Yep.
And grabbed him. Sure, cool. And that'd be it. Or he could even just run out there as like human running speed.
Yeah.
And then just kept him safe from the. But no, stay there. Let me be killed in the tornado. That was stupid. In the next scene where Lois Lane goes to Martha Kent, there's a different fucking dog. That dog died anyway.
Yep.
I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Yep.
And because of that, it is not a perfect 5.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I really hope A Real Pain wins this one because I love that movie and I want to see it win at least one.
I would like to see Eisenberg to finally win an Oscar. I think he's a phenomenal actor that doesn't really get the recognition.
I think Kieran Culkin will win Best Supporting Actor. He won in the Golden Globes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a high chance of that. Generally, Golden Globes is a good estimate to see like where movies will lie with the Oscars.
I will say I'm excited for next year's Oscars. Ask me why.
Oh, yeah. Watch it not be nominated, though.
I'm not talking about Superman. I'm talking about Nolan's next film, The Odyssey.
Oh my god, yes. Dude, there's so many tweets, and I'm an English teacher. And
if Superman... Sorry, you just did this. If Superman does not get nominated for an Oscar next year, I am burning down the building. Okay, I'm going to burn down the Oscar, the Chinese theater. I'm going to burn it down.
It's not in the Chinese theater. That's the building next door.
Is it?
Yes.
They're in the Dolby theater. That's right. That's right.
So I don't think it will get nominated. That's just me personally, though. DC movies have never been nominated before.
That's not true.
Which one?
Dark Knight.
And then Joker, I guess. But Dark Knight's different.
Is it?
Yes, Dark Knight. Also,
Suicide Squad actually won an Oscar. The first one.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Remember that.
Yeah, they won Best Makeup for Killer Croc.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so shut up your face. DC movies don't get nominated. The worst of them get nominated.
Huh?
The worst one got nominated.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
Superman. Look, listen.
It'll get a lot of praise, I'm sure.
The movie's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna get nominated. It's gonna win at least one Oscar. And if it doesn't, I'm burning down every building. I don't care which theater it's in.
Yeah.
Not that they need my help with the fires right now.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I know, right?
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Oscars this year was not.
It's a little bit lackluster this year.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as past years. I think having so many, one or two movies get so many nominations, it doesn't leave much room for like fun and like what will win or not.
That is the problem when you have like a big movie that's like a lot of smaller good movies that are overshadowed by these like two massive big movies being Dune and Wicked.
Yeah, Emilia Perez got more nominations than Wicked,
which is crazy.
And everybody I've talked to about that movie says it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't understand. I gotta watch. I guess I have to watch. I have no interest in that movie, but I have to watch it.
Yeah, I have to watch
Although
it too.
I will say I've been pleasantly surprised before, like when the Shape of Water was nominated for a bunch of Oscars
I never
that
watched
year.
that.
I was like, okay, because it was nominated for the most Oscars that year.
That was actually the first Oscars I ever watched.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Because I wasn't like super into movies until then.
Fair. It was like 2018 that year that was nominated. But
right.
Yeah, and I watched it. I was like, holy shit, this is surprisingly phenomenal. Like, it's a wonderful movie.
Huh.
Michael Shannon does a good job in it. That's the only actor I know in the movie.
I went to the Academy Museum and they had like the suit for Shape of Water, like the fish suit.
Oh, the fish suit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. It's weird when you describe the plot to somebody, but like it's one of those where
like the fish falls in love with a lady or something.
Yeah, like this government agency has this weird fish monster thing, and then the lady falls in love with him.
It's like E.T. but fish, man.
Yeah.
And then you add romance on top.
Yes. It's if E.T. were made for adults and it was a fish and not an alien.
Yeah.
So an entirely different movie, but yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it was really good. I was surprised because I went into it thinking like I just have to get through this because I'm gonna hate every second of it. Mm-hmm. That was the same year Baby Driver was nominated.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh. It's interesting. Oscars this year, I'm not super excited about. I'm just hoping for Wild Robot to win at least one. If it doesn't win Best Animated Feature, I'm going to be upset.
See, now I just to spite you, I hope it doesn't.
Oh man, I'd be so upset. I'd actually be hurt. That would genuinely hurt me.
It's streaming on something. What's it streaming on?
It's not streaming on anything right now. You have to buy it.
What?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Buy or rent.
It'll probably actually be back in theaters though.
It will be. 100% will be. There's no way it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh no, it's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Isn't Mark Hamill in this movie?
Yes, he is.
He is. I thought that was a fever dream too.
There's actually a lot of like bigger names in this movie. Pedro Pascal's in it. Lupita
Matt Berry's in it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that? I love that man more than like anything. He is the funny. I will stand by this.
Who does it say he plays?
He plays Paddler.
Oh, that's I think that's the beaver.
I don't care. He is probably, I will stand by this, probably the funniest human on the planet.
Let me look that up because paddler wild robot.
Dude, Matt Berry.
Yeah, it's the beaver.
Hell
Heck yes.
Yes.
The beaver's so funny.
You didn't tell me that. Oh, see, now I have to. Matt Berry is probably like literally the funniest person alive.
He's pretty funny in the movie.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Well, I don't even
You gotta
know.
watch that tonight.
I'm not watching it tonight.
I want to.
I have.
Replace something else.
No.
Ugh.
I have Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2 can wait.
No. And what's the other one that I had? The Substance.
Substance can wait.
No. I don't change my plans here, okay? Things get scheduled and then I don't change them.
Oh, and I guess, as per tradition, we need to do a weekly showing.
Let's start with the Oscars. Why don't we go down the list of movies we both haven't seen yet?
Okay.
Or do you want to change it up, New Year, New Us, and have me do Wild Robot, one that you've seen? That's the only time I'm ever going to say New Year, New Us, by the way. I hated every second of that.
Yeah, I was like, that was a little cringe.
Oh, it was awful. I hated it, but it's us right now, so.
I mean, we can, if you want, if you're down.
It's equal decisions here, man.
Yeah, I think we'll do Wild Robot, and then I think we'll do, like, the Oscar movies on the side and talk about them. And our weekly showing can be different.
I do want to go through I would like our weekly showings to be ones that we haven't seen, since we never get those. We never get those.
That's true.
So like not all the Oscar movies, like the ones that I've seen that you haven't, or vice versa, then we can watch those on our own time. But like if there's a movie that we both haven't seen, I think we should, and then go from there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That because I think there's only like maybe 5 or 6 that we both haven't seen together.
Yeah.
Which actually that might line up perfectly with the Oscar time frame.
Possibly. Yeah.
And then the night of we record the night of the Oscars, so we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Tuxedo T-shirts, hopefully.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I want to do that so bad. I don't even know. Is it possible to like release the episode before the Oscars come? We don't have enough of a following for that to matter.
No, we don't. We do not. We do not.
If we did, one year we'll be able to do like a live show or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like comment on like a Twitch stream or some shit like that. Just like
that'd be funny. That'd actually be good.
Yeah.
Well,
sweet.
So Wild Robot this week.
Wild Robot this week.
Ooh, I get to pair a drink with it. Ooh. I'm trying to think here. So the drink to pair with it.
Before. Remember that I think we're doing this. The drink that we pair with it, we'll be having next week when we talk about it.
Yes. So okay, we need to explain this part. We didn't do it today because
it's early.
We literally started recording this at 11 a.m.
and I woke up and then drove here.
Yeah, 11 a.m. is too early to be drinking.
Well, it was going to be mimosas. I had a plan to do mimosas because that's the excuse to drink in the morning. However, I did not want to stop at the store.
Yeah. So we're gonna record a little bit later in the day, and then So I think this one. I'm trying to think here. What's like a.
Well, remember we can get a little bit more creative with them now.
Yeah, I know.
And we can even start like announcing it next week if you want, like when we're talking about it.
I'm thinking of something like with blue carousel. Because there's like a lot of blue in the movie.
Do you want it to be blue?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
How do you feel about lemonade? Do you like electric? Like, I could do
that'd be good. Yeah, I like lemonade.
I could do an electric lemonade.
Electric lemonade? Yeah, that'd be good.
I can do that. Go with like the theme of robot.
Yeah.
Electric. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. An electric lemonade.
Electric lemonade with Wild Robot.
Yep.
There we go. Cool.
That's gonna be our very first mixed drink.
Yep. Actually, I mean, technically we did old fashioned. That's somewhat mixed.
It's not a mixed drink. That's a stirred drink.
I guess.
Did you put it in a mixer? That's not a thing, by the way. A stirred drink is not a real thing. It's a cocktail.
Yeah. Wild Robot Electric Lemonade. That's the weekly showing.
That's a good drink.
So thank you guys so much for watching or listening.
This was fun.
Yeah. So hopefully audio and everything sounds okay.
Watch it not have picked up any of the audio.
Oh my god, I'd actually go insane. And so thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.